Alright, so I get to make the decision in this game, because you made it in the last game. I'm down 2-0 after some ridiculous rolling by you. So I'm gonna play a little crazy this game, try to get those points back. I'm going to put you here, and your other pawn I will put here. I think I have a pretty quick start with this pawn, and this guy will figure something out with him. So, you get to take the first turn.
Well, that's funny. That's very funny. My guy's he has a chance at a nickel right off the bat. I mean, I'm not going to get to the 6, but... Huh. Maybe there's something I don't see, but...
Yeah.
You hold a carrot in front of a donkey that close and he's just going to bite it off. Let's, Remember Grandpa used to say that. All 4 dice to run with him. Alright, decent start. That's really all we need. We got low numbers coming up now. Oh, didn't want to drop one there. Excellent. Now to a 4. Alright, this would be what we call a nickel. 5 tiles in 1 fell swoop. Not likely. No. Alright, I'll settle for 4. Cube stays where it is. Your turn, sir.
Alright, well that was a pretty good first turn for you. You got 4 tiles. You gotta be happy about that, I would imagine.
I am.
I think I can make things a little unpleasant for you by running this pawn right up to here. And then it's getting a little congested in that area. So I'm going to be a little greedy. I'm not going to use all 4 dice. I'm only going to use 3 dice to try that. And with my other die, I am going to try to troll this 4. Then I'll have a nice path for this pawn. I could troll this 4 too, but then you could be using that next turn. So I'm gonna troll that 4. So here we go. Up to the 2. Okay, good. I'm keeping all of them. 3 dice out of 4 is pretty good. What are the odds on that?
That'd be 75%.
Alright, not bad.
Nope, actually higher.
It's greater than that, right?
Yeah, much greater.
Alright, so got a good chance at this.
Yeah, it's greater than 75% chance.
That's apparently all we know.
We just established that.
There we go, look at that. Wow, I still have 3 dice left. Too bad I can't use them. So that was good, and hopefully I can get this 4. Oh! What a turn. That was a fine turn.
Fine turn.
Very fine. Alright.
Oh man, all of a sudden, got some Dickens going on here. Best of times, worst of times, and all that. Oh wow, that was a quick turnaround. Okay. Boy, you've got your own nickel coming up if I don't do something. I'm gonna have to retreat. I'm gonna send him backwards. All 4 dice. Kills you to do this. Keep going to the 4. As I was rolling, I was thinking maybe it wasn't necessary to go that far back anyway, so you know what? I'm going to count that as a small victory that I missed that roll. And definitely did not make progress. Quite the opposite. Your turn.
Alright, so I want to get this pawn moving. I'm going to take 3 dice. I don't think I need 4 dice to get to a 4. That would just be a waste of resources.
I've heard people say that before, and you know what? They often regretted it afterwards.
Well, we'll see. And I have a die left. What do I want to do? I don't really want to even try to start moving this pawn. I like this pawn's blocking this guy in, making you go through a 6. I like that, so I'm going to keep him there. I'm going to just use my last die to try to troll your 6.
Alright, that's 17%, that one I know.
That is 17. Kind of a... Well, we'll see what happens. Here I go, to the 4. Okay. Alright, and let's see if I can get this. Nope. But I did make progress, so the cube will go back and reset. And it's back to you.
I'd just like to point out to our viewers right now, there is a non-zero chance of me winning this very turn that you've left me. I could, not going to, I could take 1 die to troll that, One die to move him, he'd have a path all the way down, and one die to move him home, and one die to give to someone special. The chances of that are minimal. So I'm not going to do that.
I think you should try it.
I've considered it, and after consideration, I've decided against it.
Okay.
Mainly because if it didn't work, it'd be your turn again. So I'm going to take all 4 dice to move that pawn toward the 6. Alright.
Wow, got it with 2.
Yep. I'll keep going. Might as well. Alright. That was better than expected. Maybe I should have tried the other thing. Alright, that's progress. Your turn.
Alright, well, all of a sudden I don't like where I'm at. This game keeps changing quickly. I was feeling pretty good, now I'm not anymore.
Best of times, worst of times.
This pawn is in a really bad spot. He's just not accomplishing much. So I'm going to pull him back and try to get in your way. So I'm going to take 2 dice to back him up and hopefully make things a little tricky for you. And my other 2 dice I'm going to use to troll this 5, and then I'll have a nice path with this guy.
Saucy.
Yeah, I guess so. So back to the 2. Alright, got it with both. Alright, there we go. And let's see if I can get the 5. A little over a 50% chance, I believe. Okay, didn't get that. And I did not make any net progress, so we are going to move the cube to 1 and pass the dice.
Alright, this got interesting. I am going to... You ready for this?
Yeah.
I'm going to move both my pawns, but only one of them in the forward direction, you might say. I'm going to take 3 dice to move this pawn backwards. I need to clear out a path for him, so I'm going to move him back as far as I can. And I will take 1 die to move him. Now this could be bad if I don't get him. We'll see how far I get. That way, I still have someone here blocking him. You're not going to get through without going through an untrolled 6. And then he should have a path on the outside.
That's interesting. I like it.
See. Alright. Down to the 2. I dropped 1 already. Down to the 5. Whoa, that squirted off there with the 2. I know. I am well aware of the etiquette of Quorsum. Developed over the many centuries of play. Alright, so I hit that with 1 die, and then I'll keep going to the 5. Might as well. Alright, not bad. Now this is the one I'm worried about. I really need to hit this, otherwise you're going to sneak in there, I'm guessing. To the 3. Alright, that's what I wanted. Now, I don't think I want to keep going, oddly enough. Because if I do, now he has a way to get through without going through that 6. Now, is there a chance that you'd go there? This is what makes Quorsum Quorsum. This is a huge decision. Do I want to take that or not? Well, I suppose I have to make up my mind. The downside with taking that is that now he has a path this way, which I'd like not to happen. I'm going to stay where I am. I know I have a die left, and I'd probably make that, but we'll keep it as it is. He made progress, even though he did not, so we're back to the beginning, and your turn.
Alright, I think you made the right call, not going to the 2. Now, it's definitely gotten pretty complicated. Let's see. I could troll the 4 and try to start moving the pawn this way, but then I gotta go through an untrolled 6, and that's just gonna take too much time. If I move this pawn over this way, then they're just in each other's way, and I think he's gonna easily walk home, and I'm gonna be losing that game too. So I think my best chance is to move this pawn. So I'm gonna take all my dice and try to troll this 5. It is opening up a path home for you, but I think it's my best chance right now. So all 4 dice to troll this 5. Alright, well I got that. I'll turn the cube to 1, and it's your turn.
Well, I've been thinking a lot during that turn. There's a couple tempting options. I'm really tempted to split my dice and take 3 dice to get him out, and also try to get him up there, have him kind of switch places and still block you in, but...
It's a greedy play.
Yeah, the chances of both those working is very low. Alright, this might seem obvious, but I don't see why not. I have a shot at getting a guy home, so I'm going to do it. All 4 dice to the 2. Alright. 5. Missed it. Okay, well, progress. Your turn.
Alright, well, now that you've stepped off this 3, this pawn has kind of a...
what?
A path.
Oh, yeah. I kept looking at... The battle had been over that 5, now you're going that way?
Yeah, there's a lot to think about.
Interesting. I guess it's the path of least resistance now.
Yeah, plus by going this way, I'll be getting in your pawn's way, because your pawn wanted to go up that path. So I'm going to be a little greedy. I'm going to take 1 die to troll the 4, and then only use 3 dice to move.
Now you realize once he's gone, I could go. 2 can play at this game. 2 must play at this game.
It's a 2-player game.
It is.
Alright, so now I've got a nice 3-tile path. Hopefully I can roll some nice numbers here. So I'm going to the 3, hopefully. Okay, well I only dropped 1, so that's not too bad. To the 4. Alright, dropped another one. 50% shot to get to this last 4. Alright.
Oh, wow.
That worked out well.
Alright, I'm just going to try to get home with him. I can worry about my second pawn later. So all 4 for him to the 5. Okay, and this should just be a formality. 2 dice out of 3. Alright, 1 man home. Your turn.
Alright, well, you've got a path home now, so I have to troll this too. I gotta cut off this path. And it's important enough, I am gonna take 2 dice at it. Normally you don't take 2 dice at a 2, but...
Men don't.
This is that important too, so this man is gonna troll that. And I'm gonna just... I don't know. I was gonna troll here. Let's take 1 die to troll this 2 and then 1 to move. So I'd like to advance to here. That way, that kind of takes away any incentive for you to go this way. So here's the first troll. Alright. There we go. So I cut off your path there. Okay. And 1 more die to move on to the 2. Alright, there we go.
There's almost nothing for me to do now. I can't play defense there, obviously. Can't play defense there because you have to do all the trolling. What I can do is troll that, just so that I take away the possibility of you getting there in one fell swoop. So that is what I'm going to do. All 4 dice to troll the 4. Alright. Cube is now at 1. Alright, this is heating up. Your turn.
Alright, well, I've got a couple options here. I can just get home with this pawn, but that's not what I'm going to do. I could just do a boring 2 and 2 and probably get home. But then you troll this 2 and you're off to the races. And there's a lot more dark tiles than white tiles there, so that favors you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play some defense. I'm going to take 1 die to move this pawn to the 2, and then my other 3 dice to troll your 5, and that'll box this pawn in pretty well if it works. So it's a little risky, but I think I have to do it. Alright, that was a pretty important roll there. And 3 dice out of 5, 70%. Alright. So now there's not a whole lot for you to do. Actually, almost nothing for you to do. And I made progress, so the cube goes and resets. Your turn.
Alright, I hardly ever do this, but I'm looking at the board here. Some would say I should actually troll this, which I know makes it your color, but as long as you don't win next turn, then I am the one who could troll it back and maybe keep you from winning for another turn, but that's a little dicey. That's trolled. There's nothing else I can do. I'm going to pass. There's just nothing useful I can do with my dice. So, cube's at 1. It's back to you.
Alright, now I think I am just going to get this pawn home. I think the time is right to do that. And then I think I should be the favorite. I'm feeling pretty good about this game. So I'll do a pretty standard 2 and 2. So this is a pretty important roll to troll here. Alright, so far so good. And to even things up, each have a pawn home. Alright. Reset the cube and pass the dice.
Alright, not too hard here. I obviously just have to go. It's just a matter of how many dice I want to take. I want to make sure I troll that 5, all 4. I'll take my chances with your other pawn next turn. Alright, that's all I asked for. We're at 1. Your turn. This is a tight finish.
Alright, let's see here. So next turn you're obviously looking to troll this 2 and try to get home. I could play some defense and try to troll these tiles here, but I have a lot of work of my own. I got a lot of trolling I have to do just to get my pawn home. So I'm going to focus on trolling for my pawn and hope you don't win next turn. So I'm going to take 2 dice to troll my 3 and 2 dice to troll the 4. So I'm just kind of making a path for next turn. Alright.
I was hoping you'd miss that one.
Yeah, that would have been pretty bad for me. And 2 for the 4. Alright, very nice. And the cube is at 2. Your turn.
Alright. This is where you just have to have some guts, otherwise you lose a tight finish. I'm going to take 1 to troll that 2, and then 3 to move. I think the risks outweigh the... Scratch that, reverse it. I think the rewards outweigh the risks. For the 2, alright, that was the easy part. This is the big one here.
Yeah, if you don't get it, I troll it back, and you're probably losing a deadline.
Oh, yeah. Ah, that one hurts big. Alright, your turn.
Alright, that was a big miss on that 5. Maybe you should have been a little more conservative and just taken all 4 dice to move to the 5, but I see why you did what you did. I think I probably would have done the same thing.
Maybe you shouldn't be so condescending.
So actually now I can just troll this 5 back, and the cube will be at 4. And you'll only have 1 turn left before the game ends, and you won't be able to move. So if I'm able to troll this 5, I'm going to be winning at deadlock. So all 4 to troll that 5.
Ha ha!
Wow. Alright. Well, the cube is
Alright.
still at 4, which means that if you miss this
Still
5
alive.
next turn, I still win the deadlock. But you still have some hope left.
Look at this.
Alright, I'm living on borrowed time. That was undeserved, but... yep, here we go. All 4 to move him. I could win this turn, or I could miss the 5 and lose. We'll see what happens. Alright, barely made it.
1 die
That's
left.
enough to keep the cube going, but
Yeah.
we'll see how far it takes me. Oh,
Not very.
earlier than I thought. No. Alright, progress, but not much. Back to you. Hey. It's your move.
Oh, sorry.
We have muffins?
We had muffins.
Oh. Buy more muffins.
Alright, so I'm gonna take... Maybe I should take more dice. I'm just gonna take 1 die to troll that 2. That'll pretty much prevent you from winning next turn. And with my other 3 dice, I will try to get to the 4. Maybe I should be going 2 and 2. This is a little risky, but let's see what happens.
Aha!
Alright, that's too bad. To the 3. Okay, and 2 dice left. To the 4. Oh wow,
Oh, boy.
that could have gone a lot better.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, there's all sorts of fancy stuff I could do, trolling your 4 to hold you up, but then you troll me back, and I have a 5 to end on. I'm just going to play to your offense. I have a shot to win, I'm taking it. All 4 dice to move that pawn. Alright, all 4 still alive. Moving to the 2, obviously. Yeah, dropped 1. To the 4. Alright, Yeah. All right. Now this is a big one.
This is scary.
1/3 chance to win it. Still playing. Your turn.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna try to get home now. Let's see. I could just take 1 die to troll the 3, and then I'd have 3 dice left to try to move home. But if I miss the troll, then I have no chance of winning, and that wouldn't be much fun. So I'm gonna play it a little conservative. I'm gonna take 2 dice to troll that 3, and then 2 dice to get home. All right. I got the troll. 2 dice for the win. Okay, I dropped 1, but I should still be able to win. 1 die at a 3. Get some revenge for last game. Come on.
Oh, nailed it.
That feels good.
What, winning finally?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think the cookies are done. Good game.
Good game.